हाय गाइस। नमस्कार दोस्तों। गुड इवनिंग सभी को। हमारे पोस्टर प्रमोशन चैनल में आप सभी को फिर से हार्दिक हार्दिक अभिनंदन। आज पीएएसए का एग्ज़ाम कंप्लीट हुआ है, तो उसी का सीरीज सी के क्वेश्चन पेपर डिस्कस करेंगे। डिपार्टमेंटल जीके क्वेश्चंस आज डिस्कस करेंगे और नेक्स्ट वीडियोस में मैथ और रीजनिंग विथ प्रॉपर सॉल्यूशन मैं डिस्कस कर दूंगा। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। ये रहा LDC CE2 पोस्टल असिस्टेंट या फिर सॉर्टिंग असिस्टेंट 2026। ओएमआर शीट में आपका नेम ऑफ द एग्ज़ाम आएगा, तो ये लिखना है नेम ऑफ द सर्कल वेस्ट बंगाल सर्कल। डेट लिखना है, उसके नीचे आपको रोल नंबर बहुत ही ध्यान पूर्वक फिलअप करना है। ये रहा 120 मिनट्स, 2 घंटे का पेपर है। फुल मार्क्स 100, 1 मार्क्स ईच, देयर इज़ नो नेगेटिव, कोई नेगेटिव नहीं है। 50 डिपार्टमेंटल क्वेश्चंस, 10 जीके, 20 मैथ्स और 20 रीजनिंग। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। देखिए फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, हु इज सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ पोस्ट। हु इज सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ पोस्ट बोला गया है, तो ये होगा वंदिता कौल। इट इज़ नॉट गिवन कि सेक्रेटरी ऑफ पीएसपी। सेक्रेटरी ऑफ पीएसपी अलग इंसान, अलग सर है। ये देखिए सेक्रेटरी ऑफ पोस्ट डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ पोस्ट, चेयरपर्सन एंड पोस्टल सर्विस बोर्ड। सेक्रेटरी कौन है? मिस वंदिता कौल मैडम। ओके, ये रहा एनुअल रिपोर्ट। एनुअल रिपोर्ट के चैप्टर 1 में आपको ये मिलेगा। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं। नेक्स्ट देखिए क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, व्हिच ऑफ द स्टेटमेंट्स आर ट्रू अबाउट CEPT, सेंटर फॉर एक्सीलेंस इन पोस्टल टेक्नोलॉजी। सो डेवलपमेंट एंड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ APT 2.0 सही है। रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर टेक्नोलॉजिकल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ पोस्ट, ये भी सही है। नेक्स्ट इज लोकेटेड इन बेंगलुरु, यस इट इज़ ट्रू। सिर्फ मैसूरू में नहीं है, बेंगलुरु में भी है, इसके साथ साथ और भी जगह में है। और फोर्थ ऑप्शन, इट स्टैंड्स फॉर सेंटर फॉर एक्सेप्शनल परफॉर्मेंस इन टेक्नोलॉजी, नो। CEPT फुल फॉर्म इज सेंटर फॉर एक्सीलेंस इन पोस्टल टेक्नोलॉजी। ये देखिए सेंटर फॉर एक्सीलेंस इन पोस्टल टेक्नोलॉजी CEPT। फाउंड इन मैसूरू, चेन्नई, हैदराबाद, मुंबई एंड पटना। Headquartered is in Bengaluru, but it operates functional development from more 5 areas। और इसके देखिए जो कोर फंक्शंस ऑफ CEPT है, सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट, नेक्स्ट सिस्टम इंटीग्रेशन, नेक्स्ट ऑनलाइन सर्विसेज, नेक्स्ट टेक्निकल सपोर्ट। तो आ जाइए नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन प्लीज़। IPPP operates at savings bank, no. Payments bank, yes. Remittance, no. Investment bank, no. IPPP, India Post Payment Bank, it acts as payment bank. Next, if a packet violates GAN post conditions, it is treated as India Post Retail Parcel। ये देखिए फ्रॉम प्रॉपर सोर्स इंडिया पोस्ट पार्सल। Upon such inspection, matter not eligible for processing under the GAN post product, or in case of infringement of the conditions mentioned in A to G above, the packet sent under this product shall be treated as an item posted through India Post Parcel retail product and charged on delivery with double the deficiency between the postage already paid for such packet and the postage payable for an India Post Parcel retail product item. So it will be treated as India Post Parcel retail product. Come to the next question. In case the insurance policy is 3-year old and if premium is not paid for 12 months and more, then the permission from head of the circle होंगे इसके आंसर। नेक्स्ट देखिए, पोस्ट ऑफिस which is situated on a line of through mail communication receive and sort bags intended for office in advance without opening them। यहाँ पे देखिए TMO हो सकता था, लेकिन यहाँ पे पोस्ट ऑफिस बोल दिया है तो ये होगा ट्रांजिट ऑफिस। मैं आपको रेफरेंस दिखाता हूँ, यह पोस्टल मैनुअल वॉल्यूम 5 से लिया गया क्वेश्चन है। ट्रांजिट मेल ऑफिस अगर होता, अगर यहाँ पे पोस्ट ऑफिस नहीं बोलता तो ये ट्रांजिट मेल ऑफिस होता। देखिए, transit office, any post office which is situated on a line of through mail communication and receives and sorts back intended for offices in advance without opening them is a transit office. The bags which are thus forwarded onwards unopened are termed as forward bags. अगर यहाँ पोस्ट ऑफिस नहीं बोलता तो ट्रांजिट मेल ऑफिस, a branch of RMS where closed bags are received and dispatched. Sorting of letter is not done in this unit. Mail agent or mail guard is in charge of this unit. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखिए, हाउ मेनी स्टेट्स आर देयर इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट पोस्टल सर्कल? ये सभी को पता है 6। आसाम को छोड़ते हुए मेघालय, मिजोरम, मणिपुर, नागालैंड and Tripura. 6 states are there in northeastern postal circle. Next question, what is the name of the honorable minister of state in minister of communication? It is Sri Chandrasekhar Pemmasani. आप देख सकते हो ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट श्री डॉक्टर चंद्रशेखर पेम्मासानी। और यहाँ देख सकते हो नॉर्थ ईस्ट सर्कल विच कंप्राइजेस 6 नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट। इट इज़ फ्रॉम एनुअल रिपोर्ट। Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura. Assam is not included. Assam is different circle. Next question please. Who is the Secretary of Postal Service Board? Who is the Secretary of Postal Service Board? Secretary of Postal Service Post is Secretary PSB. Secretary of Department of Post is different, and Secretary of Postal Service Board is only Secretary of PSB. ये देखिए सेक्रेटरी PSB डॉक्टर सचिन मित्तल सर। और ये देखिए मिसेस वंदिता कौल मैडम इज सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ पोस्ट्स एंड चेयरपर्सन ऑफ पोस्टल सर्विस बोर्ड। ओके, शी इज द चेयरपर्सन ऑफ PSB बट सेक्रेटरी ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ पोस्ट and Secretary of PSB is Dr. Sachin Mittal sir. Next, which of the following is true about DHS app for digital transaction? It allows customers to COD payments. Next, it includes QR based payments. It includes SBI ePay. Yes, true. It based on operational guidelines of APT. Yes, APT means advanced postal technology. Yes, all of them are correct. So answer D. Next question please. Sanction of recall of article to return the article to sender or to alter या फिर correct the address will be issued by, this is from PO Guide Part 1 clause 34 recall of articles। देख सकते हो clause 34 redelivery to the sender or alteration or correction of address of postal articles in the course of transmission by post. No postal article shall be recalled, nor shall the address thereon be altered under this clause except under and in accordance with the orders of the central government, the Director General DG sir, Postmaster General PMG sir, or such other authority as may be authorized by the central government in this behalf, that is the first class postmaster, if the article was posted in his office or the superintendent of post office of the area. Provided that applications shall be entertained under the sub-rule in respect of a postal article addressed to a foreign country unless such article addressed to a country notified in this behalf by the Director General in the Post Office Guide. So what shall be the correct answer? Here the correct answer shall be divisional superintendent. Option D. Now see, next come to the next question. The special report registration envelopes provided by the post office cannot be used for transmission of unregistered article. Yes, it is true. Reuse of a stamp that has already been used for payment of postage or postal fee is an offense under the Indian Penal Code 260 Indian Penal Code. Yes, it is also true. Manufacture and use of fictitious postage stamps for any purpose whatsoever is an offense under Indian Penal Code. It is also true. Postage stamps which have been cut off and separated from embossed envelopes or postcards can be used in payment of postage. It is false. So here it is question is there कि incorrect आप बताइए. तो option D is the answer of this question. ये देखिए पीओ गाइड पार्ट 1. ये देखिए पीओ गाइड पार्ट 1 क्लॉज 10 postage stamp and stationery. Spoiled or defaced stamps. Postage stamps, whether adhesive, embossed, or impressed, which have been obliterated, defaced, torn, cut, or otherwise rendered imperfect, or which have any work, letter, figure, or design written, printed, or impressed upon them otherwise than by the authority of the central government, which have been cut or otherwise separated from embossed envelopes, postcards, or wrapper cannot be recognized in payment of postage. The special registration envelopes provided by the post office cannot be used for transmission of unregistered postal articles. The perforation of postage stamps with initials or other identifying marks traced in minute holes is not prohibited, provided they do not render the indications regarding the country of origin and values of stamps illegible. The using for the payment of postage or postal fees with intent to cause loss to the central government of a stamp that has already been used for that or any other purpose is an offense under the Penal Code. Fictitious stamps. The manufacture and use of fictitious postage stamps for any purpose whatsoever is prohibited and is an offense punishable under section 263A of Indian Penal Code. Next question. If an article posted in sub office addressed to foreign country is found to contain anything like export of which is prohibited, it should be forwarded with remark contents prohibited to the. इसके आंसर सी होंगे. आइए एक बार देख लेते हैं. Articles bearing thereon matter which is prejudicial, that is prejudicial, 1 minute, and maintenance of law and order, in that case, so in that case it will be returned to it will be sent to return letter office for disposal. Come to the next question. Next question is regarding unified pension scheme. Unified pension scheme shall not apply in which of the following cases? Unified pension scheme shall not apply from which of the following cases? It shall be all of the above. Removal from service, dismissal from service, and resignation from service. So it's D, all of the above. Next, unified pension scheme shall be applicable to central government employees, both employees in private sector and government sector, central and state government employees. Now all of the above. See, this is the Office of Memorandum. Eligibility for C. Effect of dismissal or removal from government service on the assured payout in respect of the central government employee opted for unified pension scheme under the national pension system. अच्छा, so C देखिए, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ पेंशंस एंड पेंशंस वेलफेयर, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ पर्सनल एंड पब्लिक ग्रीवेंसेस पेंशंस के जरिए यहाँ पे बताया गया है व्हाट आर द एप्लीकेशंस, कौन कौन अप्लाई कर सकता है. एक रेलवे सर्वेंट, बट शॉल नॉट अप्लाई टू शैल नॉट अप्लाई टू, ये जानना जरूरी है। रेलवे सर्वेंट्स, पर्सन्स इन कैजुअल डेली एंड डेटेड एम्प्लॉयमेंट, पर्सन्स पेड फ्रॉम कॉन्टीजेंसीज, मतलब कुछ और फंड से आपको मिल रहा है तो नहीं मिलेगा। मेंबर्स ऑफ ऑल इंडिया सर्विसेज, पर्सन्स लोकली रिक्रूटेड फॉर सर्विसेज इन डिप्लोमेटिक, कॉन्सुलर और अदर इंडियन इस्टेब्लिशमेंट्स, persons employed on contract, persons whose terms and conditions of service are regulated by or under the provision of the Constitution or any other law for the time being in force, persons to whom the Central Civil Service Pension Rules 2021 apply in accordance with any special or general order, persons to whom the Central Civil Service Pension National Pension System Rules 2021 apply and who have not opted for Unified Pension Scheme. So ये सारे के लिए it is not applied. और कौन कौन अप्लाई कर सकता है? सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉय हु इज़ इन सर्विस ऑन 1 April and covered under the NPS shall have an option to submit an application. Next, a government employee joining service who by virtue of the provisions of subsection 1 becomes eligible for subscribing to national pension system, the head of office shall on receipt of the application ensure that the application is complete in all respects. The drawing and disbursing officer, the pay and accounts officer, so its correct answer would be 1, central government employees only. Next question, which among the following does not come under the purview of family of a government servant as defined under CCS LTC Leave Travel Concession Rules 1988? Under the definition of family for leave travel concession purposes, spouse and children includes two surviving unmarried children or stepchildren wholly dependent on the employee. Dependent parents, parents and or stepmothers residing with and wholly dependent on employee. Dependent siblings and separated daughters are included. So this is the official paper, आप देख सकते हो, DOPT circulars nic.nic.in applicable to LTC rules. See, applicability to LTC rules. Leave Travel Concession Scheme is a concessional travel facility for the government employees to visit their hometown or to visit any place in India during a block of 4 years. In terms of provisions of the scheme, the government employees have the option either to avail hometown LTC twice in a block of 2 years each, or to visit hometown once in a period of 2 years and to visit any place in India in another block of 2 years. The current block of 4 years is 2022 to 25 with 2 years block of 20 to 23. The travel expenses in terms of employees and their eligible family members are borne by the government. Okay, so this is LTC. And applicability to LTC rules is subject to the provision that who are appointed to civil services and post, including civilian government servants in the defense services in connection with the affairs of the union. Next, who are employed under a state government and who are on deputation with the central government. Next, who are appointed on contract basis and who are re-employed after their retirement. Next, not applicable: government servants not in whole-time employment, persons in casual and dedicated employment, persons paid from contingencies, railway servants, members of armed forces, local recruits in Indian missions abroad, and persons eligible to any other form of travel concession available during leave or otherwise. So, they are not applicable to LTC. So, this is LTC. So, as per the given option, correct answer is option C. See the next question. A bag is used to enclose correspondence of high officer of government. Bag is used to enclose correspondence of the high officer of government is called as, it would be special bag, because cam bag is only for office files. ये बताया गया है पीओ गाइड पार्ट 1 के सेक्शन 3 ऑफिशियल पेपर से लिया गया है। करेक्ट आंसर होगा ऑप्शन बी, स्पेशल बैग। नेक्स्ट देखिए क्वेश्चन नंबर 18, द रजिस्टर्ड न्यूज़पेपर एड्रेस टू फॉरेन कंट्रीज must have separate license for posting. Correct answer is option A. Based on the image, the registered newspaper addressed to foreign countries must have separate license for posting. The post office seal or sealing, the franking machine must be kept in the personal custody of postmaster. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, ये पीओ गाइड पार्ट 1 से फ्रैंकिंग मशीन क्लॉज 11 से दिया गया है। Question number 20, any irregularity that comes into the notice of head of the office shall be entered in error book. Next question, what is the period of limitation of appeal under Rule 25 of CCA Rules 1965? Its correct answer is 45 days. Next, in case where government servant is on deputation to another department or to a state government, who among the following shall have the powers of the appointing authority for the purpose of placing government servant under suspension and of disciplinary authority for the purpose of conducting a disciplinary proceedings against him? Correct answer is B, department in which the officer is on deputation. Next question, the decision of the competent authority of representation against APAR and the final grading shall be communicated to the officer reported upon within 15 days. Option A is correct. Next, see, exclusive privilege in respect of postage stamps is mentioned in which rule of Post Office Act 2023? In Rule 4. Option A. ये देखिए, दिस इज द पोस्ट ऑफिस एक्ट 2023। इसके तहत देखिए रूल 4, एक्सक्लूसिव प्रिविलेज इन रेस्पेक्ट ऑफ पोस्टेज स्टैम्प्स। सो ये रहा पोस्ट ऑफिस एक्ट 2023। इसके तहत देखिए रूल 4, एक्सक्लूसिव प्रिविलेज इन रेस्पेक्ट ऑफ पोस्टेज स्टैम्प्स। सो द डायरेक्टर जनरल में मेक रेगुलेशन रिलेटिंग टू सप्लाई एंड सेल ऑफ पोस्टेज स्टैम्प्स। Next question, as per Rule 3 of Post Office Act 2023, Post Office shall provide such service as the Director General Post may prescribe. इसका correct answer option C. Services to be provided by Post Office. The Post Office shall provide such services as the central government may prescribe. The Director General may make regulations. Next देखिए, as per okay, it's completed. Next question, number 26, post office is defined under Post Office Act 2023 means Department of Post, yes. Includes every house, building, room, places, yes. Any other asset used by the post office for providing any service, yes. It's D, all of the above. देखिए पोस्ट ऑफिस रूल 2D, Post Office means the Department of Post and includes every house, building, room, place and any other asset used by Post Office for providing any service. Okay, so answer is D, all of the above. Next question, if the complainant or respondent fails without sufficient cause to present herself or himself before ICC under Sexual Harassment at Workplace Act, then the internal committee shall have the right to, option A is correct, terminate the inquiry proceedings, and option B to give an ex parte decision on the complaint. The option C, both of the above is correct. Next question, please, intra-circle hubs, that is ICH, and exchange mails with all NSH and ICH in the country. Sorry, my mistake. Question number 28, correct answer is option B, NSH and ICH in the same circle. Next question, which among the following information is not exempted from disclosures as defined under section 8 of RTI Act? RTI Act के दौरान आप क्या डिस्क्लोजर नहीं कर सकते हो? कौन सा इंफॉर्मेशन आप डिस्क्लोजर नहीं कर सकते हो? B. Information relating to UPSC Commission. C. Information which has been expressly forbidden to be published by any court of law. Or D. Information available to a person in his fiduciary relationship unless the competent authority is satisfied that the larger public interest warrants the disclosure of such information. करेक्ट आंसर होगा ऑप्शन डी। देख लीजिए, दिस इज द आरटीआई एक्ट, दिस इज द आरटीआई एक्ट 2005। सेक्शन 3 देखिए, सेक्शन 3 में क्लियरली लिखा गया है राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन। सेक्शन 8 एग्जेम्पशन फ्रॉम डिस्क्लोजर ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन। Exemption from disclosure of information. She provides further that those matters which come under the exemption specified in this section shall not be disclosed. That is, information which relates to personal information, the disclosure of which has no relationship to any public activity or interest, or which would cause unwarranted invasion of the privacy of the individual unless the central public information officer or state public information officer or the appellate authority, as the case may be, satisfied that the larger interest justifies the disclosure of such information. So this is the option. An appeal lies against which among the following under CCS CCA rules to 1965? Appeal lies against an order which denies or varies to his disadvantage to his pay allowance, pension or other conditions of service. An order which interprets to his disadvantage. Option C is also true. It's option D. D is the correct answer. C. Consideration of appeal, dop.gov.in. In case of an appeal against an order or suspension, the appellate authority shall consider whether, in the light of provisions of the Rule 10 and having regard to the circumstances of the case, the order of suspension is justified. In case of an appeal against an order imposing any of the penalties specified in Rule 11 or enhancing any penalty imposed under the state rules. So these are the appeal, and this is the pass orders not needed. 1 to ABC. Next question, centenary stamp released on which script? Centenary stamp released on Ldce. It is defined in annual report 25-26. Next, first All India Postal Para Games was held at Durg. Next, interest under SCSS is paid quarterly. Senior Citizen Savings Scheme is paid quarterly. ये देखिए, आप देख सकते हो, Senior Citizen Savings Scheme, if the interest payable every quarter is not claimed by an account holder, then such interest shall not earn additional interest. So it is quarterly. The 7th Postal Training Center announced by Sri Jyotiraditya Scindia was published at Shivpuri. Option D. Next, Nanjan post offices are designed to, option B, youth-centric and digitally enabled. 36. The Department of Post signed an MOU with the Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare for transportation of seeds and pesticide sample and food grains also. So it's option A and B. Option C is both A and B. Correct answer is option C. C. Department of Post signs MOU with Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare to strengthen Pan-India sample logistics. Nationwide establish a nationwide logistic mechanism for the transportation of pesticide, seed and fertilizer samples to designated laboratories across the country. In presence of Union Minister Northeastern Jyotiraditya Scindia, next, see which among the following categories of question number 38. What is a financial assistance in cases of prolonged, no, sorry, question number 37, which among the following are fundamental principles of public procurement? Public procurement. Option 1, 2, statement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all are correct. Option A. Next question, what is the financial assistance in cases of prolonged and serious illness measures surgeries for departmental employees that can be sanctioned by head of the circle? It's rupees 25,000. Next, which among the following categories of CGHS benefits are eligible for cashless treatment? Member of Parliament, yes. Pensions of central government, yes. Savings employees of Ministry of Health, Family and Welfare, yes. And option D, it's all of the above. Central government health scheme. Central government health scheme. Next, which recently signed MOU on postal cooperation with which country? Brazil and Bhutan. Option C, both A and B. Next, whether a voucher is required in support of an entry in daily account is not received in the account office, then a note in the irregularity to be made in error book, option B, and a remark should be written by the sub account on daily account against the particular, option C. The both option B and C. D is the correct. Next question, mark the correct option. A cash office is a sub office, option A is right, option B is also right, option C is also right. So its correct answer is option D, all of the above. See the sources of the answers. Explanation. Fundamental principles of public procurement is transparency principle, professional principle, broader obligations principle, and extended legal responsibilities and public accountability. Next, see, financial assistance can be sanctioned by the head of the circle for departmental employees in cases of serious illness, rupees 25,000. Central government health scheme. This is the central government health scheme website. Central government health scheme, who are eligible? All are eligible. Next, India and Brazil sign MOU, strengthen cooperation in postal sector, and India and Bhutan. So India signed with Brazil and Bhutan both. Next, the irregularities in error book and remark on the daily account. The reference is Postal Manual Volume 6, Part 3. Next, what is the cash office? Cash office is intended as sub office that performs regular sub office. Certain sub offices that are designated as cash offices and to facilitate transactions and fund transfers. True. Option C, generally any sub office located at treasury station. True. So all of the above. Next question. An account back from the sub office to head office contains the SO daily money order issue journal memo paid, list of SB transactions, SB documents, memo, IPO, rolls, daily list of PLI, premium collected and paid. So all of the above is true. Mark the incorrect option. Single SB account can be converted into joint account. It's true. Minor after attaining maturity has to apply for conversion. Yes, true. If minor has attained maturity, then SB account can be closed by the guardian. No. If minor becomes major, then he or she is sole responsible for her account. So only he can operate that account. So option C is the correct answer, means it is incorrect one. Next question, in case the balance was above 1 lakh in deceased account depositor account, then dash is necessary witness of responsible person. No. Thumb impression of deceased, he is deceased, then how you will give? अगर वो कोई मर गया है तो कैसा वो अपना thumb impression देगा? Succession certificate or probate of will or letter of administration. So option C is correct. देखिए ऑप्शन डी ऑल ऑफ द अबव तो नहीं होगा, तो इस तरीके से आप एलिमिनेट करके भी आंसर कर सकते हो. नेक्स्ट देखिए, व्हाट इज द 100th जनरेशन पोस्ट ऑफिस इज लोकेटेड? इट इज शिलोंग. ट्रू, करेक्ट. नेक्स्ट,
Persons changing their address should furnish written instructions regarding the disposal of postal articles addressed to their receipt to the address. Option C होंगे to the post office both at the place which they are living and which they are going. It is from IP regulation. IP regulation से ये बताया गया है. Next question 48. If the addressee of inward foreign parcel is aggrieved on the custom duty, अगर उसे custom duty के ऊपर गुस्सा है या फिर कुछ जानकारी लेना है तो वो रिक्वेस्ट कर सकता है फॉर रिटर्न ऑफ द आर्टिकल टू द कस्टम्स फॉर रीअसेसमेंट. उसे डिलीवरी लेना ही है, ऐसा कोई मैंडेटरी नहीं है, वो कस्टम ड्यूटी के पास भेज सकता है फॉर रीअसेसमेंट. तो ऑप्शन सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. इंश्योर बैग इंश्योर बंडल्स रिसीव्ड must be opened by the registration PA in presence of postmaster. ये पोस्टल मैनुअल वॉल्यूम 7 से लिया गया है. नेक्स्ट, मनी ऑर्डर्स इंश्योर्ड एट द पोस्ट ऑफिस विल बी डिस्पैच्ड. सी, सेपरेट मनी ऑर्डर्स विल बी प्रीपेड and transferred to registration PA for documentation for dispatch along with registered mails enclosed in R bags. सो ये रहा 50 क्वेश्चंस. जिनके प्रॉपर सोर्स मिला है मैंने वो दिया है, और जो नहीं मिला है जितना मेरे जानकारी में है मैंने वो दिया है. ऑलरेडी आंसर कीज आर पब्लिश्ड, वो भी मैं लास्ट में दे दूंगा, आप मिला सकते हो. नेक्स्ट पार्ट बी, GK. Which of the following is not true regarding the payment of emoluments of the president? Not true. Option C होंगे they are charged on the contingency. No, they are not charged on the contingency fund of India. Next question, which of the following is true about DG PIN? DG PIN के लिए सभी सही है. DG PIN is डिजिटल पोस्टल इंडेक्स नंबर. ये एनुअल रिपोर्ट से लिया गया है 2025-26. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, The Prime Minister is head of the government. In India, who is the legal advisor to the state government? Legal advisor is Advocate General. Question number 55. Which of the following is true about Udayan Fort? Udayan Fort it is associated with Vatsa Kingdom, one of the 16 Mahajan Path. It is one of the earliest man-made forts. So option D, both B and C. Next question, which of the following is true about recently launched 24-speed premium mail service? ये amendments of IP regulation जो 2025 और 26 के मेरे जो वीडियो है वहाँ पे मैंने बताया है कि ये वाला फीचर्स रिसेंट अमेंडमेंट के तहत ये आया है. ये एनुअल रिपोर्ट में भी लिखा गया है. तो इट हैज़ OTP बेस्ड डिलीवरी एंड एंड टू एंड ट्रैकिंग. OTP बेस्ड डिलीवरी के लिए एक्स्ट्रा 5 रुपया प्लस GST आपका पेमेंट करना पड़ेगा अगर आपको OTP बेस्ड डिलीवरी लेना है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हिच स्टेट हैज़ रिसेंटली लॉन्च द जिंजर मिशन टू प्रमोट इट्स जियोग्राफिकल इंडिकेशन सर्टिफिकेट फार्मा ग्रेन जिंजर? इट इज़ मिजोरम. नेक्स्ट देखिए, रिसेंटली SIR वॉज हेल्ड इन वेस्ट बंगाल विद रिस्पेक्ट टू इलेक्शंस. व्हाट डज इट स्टैंड फॉर? इट स्टैंड फॉर स्पेशल इंटेंसिव रिविजन, D. Next 59, which among the following decides that there should be a legislative council in the state or not? Option C होंगे ये legislative assembly. Which of the following is not a correct statement with respect to the preamble of the Indian Constitution? A preamble is not enforceable in a court of law. तो ऑप्शन ए गलत बोल रहा है. preamble is the heart and soul of our constitution, we the people of India. तो ये रहा टोटल 50 + 10 क्वेश्चंस. सो होप यू ऑल लाइक. अच्छा लगा हो तो प्लीज़ शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, और कमेंट सेक्शन में आप बता सकते हो अगर किसी चीज़ का आपका वीडियो चाहिए. तो थैंक यू, धन्यवाद, जय हिंद.